Let's bring in Susie first, though.
Okay.
Our good
Let's
friend.
welcome our good bud. She's been on the show many times. Miss Susie Castillo.
Spot's going to mess up your hair with the headphones.
My new little
I like
do.
your short do.
Do you like
I
my do?
usually don't sweat the short do, but you pull it off wonderfully.
Right?
Thank you very much. It took me like 2 years to grow the balls to finally do it.
Yeah, cut
but
the
when
hair.
I did it, when I did it, it was hilarious because I literally almost threw up.
Did you cry? Because girls...
No.
Listen,
Really?
when girls change their hair color, their hairstyle, it's like they get very emotional.
Yeah, no, I just felt nauseous.
Well, hold on.
I just thought I was going to throw up.
Even
once it
better.
was done, it was like I loved it immediately.
Even better question. Did you, I don't want to say ask permission, did you run it by your husband?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, okay.
I had to.
Yeah, you have to do things like that.
Yeah, I mean, for a couple years, I was, after MTV, I moved to LA and started doing some acting as well. And I was praying that I would get an acting role where I would have to, like, straight up shave my head.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do.
She wanted G.I. Jane, too.
I did. Oh, man. I'm telling you, I would kneel next to my bed at night and be, please, Jesus, G.I. Jane Part 2. And it just never happened for me. The Latina G.I. Jane, that would have been cool.
Well,
so I asked my husband, I was like, babe, what do you think if I, shave my head? Like, what do you think? And he's like, well, unless you want a divorce, I don't recommend it. I was like, dude, that's not cool.
but not many
That's
women
harsh.
could pull it off. Susie Castillo's pulling it off. You'll see the pictures and the footage at covinoandrich.com. So what's going on? I mean, you come here to party. We always see you at these Maxim events. What's going on in your life? On a personal level, I do want to say this. I've hung out with Susie at home. She's been to my home. And I don't have any...
You're L.A. Playa, like La Playa by...
I'm the L.A. Playa by La Playa.
Your little La Playa
Yeah,
side.
we had a party and she was there, and I don't have many West Coast friends, and because you know what they say about the West Coast people, you don't know what they're all about, right? But I was so happy that you were so cool, and I got to say, on a personal level, Susie Castillo and her husband, they're just great people. You don't meet
many great people.
In fact, that night I met a lot of shitty people.
Oh,
So,
no.
yeah.
Everybody there was really
No,
sweet.
I'm just kidding.
It
But
was
you were-
a small, intimate
Yeah,
group.
but I'm letting the listeners know that you're a real person, and we really love you, and we're
Thank
glad
you.
you're here on the show. But what's going on in your life and with your career and everything?
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff, I'm hustling, doing my thing, auditioning. I just did a guest starring role on Castle, which was a lot of fun. I got kidnapped and thrown into a friggin' SUV that sped off. It was quite exciting. My first, stunt stuff that I ever did, and that was fun. And so I'm kind of doing the acting thing. I shot a short that's going to be submitted to Cannes Film Festival.
Oh, cool.
Very excited about that. Yeah, it's about the life of JFK in Hollywood. So when he meets Lana Turner and a bunch of other people and stuff like that.
And where can people find you on Twitter and everything? What's your Twitter page?
Yeah, Twitter, it's Susie, SUSIE _ Castillo.
Susie _ Castillo. You come here with your husband.
Yes.
How do you guys party when you're together here at an event like this?
Together.
There's a lot of beautiful women.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure he doesn't go too far. I know, obviously, he's a good guy.
Oh,
but
I love him. It's kind of it's kind of hot, when you see girls hitting on your man.
Yeah?
It's kind of fun. Yeah, I like it. And hilarious, actually. Funny story. When we used to live, we just moved, but prior to moving to our current neighborhood in LA, we lived in West Hollywood, which I don't know if you guys know. It's like Boys Town. You know what I mean? It's like Provincetown, Massachusetts. In LA is West Hollywood, and he couldn't go up the street for a walk without getting hit on. And it was hilarious. So it's like a breath of fresh air for him when he comes to places like this. And
what's it like for you when you see all these girls? I mean, you see what they're wearing, right?
It's really funny.
It's funny. It's
mean,
Booty's
I was
hanging out of their superhero
Oh,
costumes.
man. I'm sure all your listeners at home wish they were here, all the dudes. And some girls, actually.
It's such a scene.
Dude, it is such a scene. And yes, butts hanging out the back of their dresses.
Yeah. I wonder if you and your man go into a party the way me and my wife do. We make a decision early on, are we going to take it easy or are we both going to get fucked up together tonight? Do you go in with a strategy?
Sometimes we do, actually. Oftentimes we do. We're not big drinkers anymore. When we were in New York, because New York is you cab it everywhere, you know? So when you're in New York, the parties are insane, nowhere else in the world. And you could just go from one party to the next and just drink the night away. And oftentimes, the birds were chirping by the time we get home and go to bed. But in LA, it's a different story because you got to drive everywhere.
Yeah, true. You don't have to drive tonight, though, I imagine.
No driving tonight.
So what's the plan? Are you going to have some drinks and have a good time?
I've already had some drinks.
Oh, all right on.
We don't want to hold you any longer.
Guys, this is my second party tonight.
Well, good luck with everything. You're always welcome
you.
on the show. When you got more stuff to promote, come by, the Covino and Rich show. And just a pleasure to see you.
Good to see you out here.
Susie Castillo,
Of
everybody.
course.
Outstanding. thing.
Yeah, and her husband's a
Good to
great
see you
dude.
again.
A
Goodbye,
great
darling.
guy.
Bye,
A
guys.
great guy. Thank
See you
you.
inside.
At Susie _Castillo on the Twitter, a friend of ours stopping by the red car.